Well, ladies and gentlemen, they've done it again. They've rebranded a much beloved logo, a logo that was just chilling, not doing anything wrong, and all of a sudden they fixed what wasn't broken. They changed the Walmart's Great Value logo and whole branding and packaging. Every time I would go to Walmart, see Great Value products, I would look at the packaging, enjoy the packaging because it's really good design, and think about how much it looks like it's from the early 2010s. And then be like, wow, I'm so glad they didn't change it yet. Of course, now they changed it and it looks kind of like every other type of branding out there right now. Now let's just talk about the old one before we talk about the changes because, we have to remember what we had. And the old packaging looked really good. Again, it looked like something out of its era, something from the late 2010s. Although, actually, let me Logopedia. So according to the Logopedia website, Great Value has been a brand since 1993. Its original logo just looked nothing like how it does now, but the logo that we all know and love has been around since 2017, which is a little bit surprising because the design of it kind of looks older than that, like a lot older. Like I was going to guess like 2009, but no, 2017. And I guess it does make sense that even when it was new, it kind of looked outdated, seeing as it is Walmart's like cheap brand. I guess they're probably not going to have like top of the notch design for these things, even though ironically, I think the design is top notch. It's funny because when companies sometimes try to invest so much into their designs and their logos and packaging, it's almost like sometimes I get the vibe of like they're trying too hard. Like sometimes the best, most beloved designs occur when a company is just kind of like, yeah, we'll just like slap this on, like this kind of looks good, whatever. And that's what Walmart did. I feel like those are kind of the vibes of the original Great Value logo. Although obviously Walmart, being the corporation that it is not going to invest zero effort into their logos. Like I'm sure they put a lot of thought into this. It just has the vibe of like, yeah, like we don't care that much. And that's part of what I think makes it so beloved. Also, in my opinion, the design was just good. It was very cute. It was more playful than the new one. And obviously, this is a trend that we see a lot nowadays, is that things are becoming less playful. There's less things going on. It's more solid colors, more minimalist. That's sort of the vibe that we have nowadays. And you can take a look at some of their old products versus their newer products. Like, yeah, they look more up to date. But the old ones were charming. And I think it's a loss. I try not to be so subjective every time there's a logo change, every time there's a packaging change, because as humans, obviously, because of nostalgia, sometimes we're a little bit blinded by that. And so even when a change is good, then it could be hard for us to acknowledge that. But maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia, but I really think that the old, it was just cuter. So yeah, I guess the last time I was in Walmart, I think I must have been looking at some of these packages and thinking, wow, it's so charming. It's so 2010s. I hope it never changes. It probably will change soon because it's starting to look outdated. And 2 seconds after a logo starts to look outdated, the company's like, okay, we have to fix it. Just let it chill for a little bit. It's okay. I'm sure we'll all get used to the new one soon enough, even though it's kind of boring. Just a little bit boring. Also, Great Value. It's a great brand. I like that brand. They make pretty good stuff. So that was the main thing of this show, of this podcast. But there's something else I wanted to talk about. Another package redesign that I noticed recently, and that is Mott's. Mott's has also gone through a little redesign. In much the same way, they have also simplified, modernized, gotten rid of shading, dimension, depth, everything nice. So another thing to look out for in stores is the new Mott's apple juice packaging. I know it sounds random. Apple juice. Why am I noticing the packaging of apple juice? I don't know. But it's changed. You might see the old packaging next to the new packaging. At least that's what I saw when I was at the store, is that it looks like they're in the process of phasing out the old packaging and phasing in the new. And so you might catch the juxtaposition of the old next to the new if you go by the apple juice aisle for your 3-year-old. And yeah, I obviously like the old one better. I'm sure you guys could predict that by now, that I like the old one better. It's just cute. The apples have little water droplets on them. Everything's shiny and sunny and bright, and there's dimension and color. There's even this little banner that has the 100% juice sign on it. It's made of cloth, which is a nice touch. They just don't do stuff like that anymore. They also got rid of the sun ray and the leaf. They got rid of the leaf and the sun in the Mott's logo. And now it just looks a little bit more plain. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about for today. If you want to share your thoughts on the matter, I would love to hear that. You could comment below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. If you write a 5-star review on whichever platform you're listening on, I guarantee to read it out loud on the next show. And of course, my YouTube and other social media accounts are always linked down below if you're interested in additional content or just want to reach out. Thanks for listening.